Okay, guys. Okay, so we'll start like right at the main screen here, and basically, I'll start off just by saying, you know, I don't understand the full detail of all of what I'm gonna show you guys, but I am just gonna show you guys what I can to the best of my abilities here. So, basically, you're gonna want a Airbus flight. We're just gonna go ahead and select our Airbus. First things first. I like to put on my call tags. It's not necessary, I suppose. I keep all the failures off. Weight and balance all automatically calculated. So you, I like to set all the departures and arrivals right here in the main screen. Setting your flight plan up here basically loads it into your plane automatically, which is how I do this stuff. You could do it all manually, but that would be a lot more difficult. So for this, we're going to do a quick little trip from KLAX to San Fran. It's about 300 nautical miles, so we're going to have a good bit of a cruise here. Just about like a half an hour should take us to and from. Maybe a little bit more, depending on what departures and arrivals we take. I'm going to start us off cold dark, right at a gate. We're just going to take a small gate. I'm only 50% sure the small gate's going to even be good, but we'll just give it a go. Another important bit, if you want to do IFR, you should select it right here in this menu. I prefer the low altitude airways, though I suppose you could probably do it faster in the high altitude airways. Get yourself a higher speed, higher cruising speed. I'm actually interested to see if it cuts down the trip at all. Nah, it says the same time. IFR is just short for Instrument Flight Route. Basically, just use an instrument instead of visuals. VFR versus IFR. Gary, honk!
I learned a joke. Why was the goose acting so crazy?
Why was the goose acting so crazy? Where's the punchline? Well, thank you so much, Crazy Goose. Appreciate the resub there. So I'm just gonna select the most direct departure I can find. Since we have the wind coming in at 270 degrees, I believe our best runway is probably going to be 25. Runways are always numbered for their facing, and you always land and take off the runway in that facing, right? So if you have wind coming in at 270 degrees, runway 270 is going to be taking off straight into the wind. You always want to take off and land into the wind. So I think just this first departure, it looks straight out enough. You could reference some very advanced and technical charts to map this all out properly, but that's the level of detail we're just not going to get into. So for landing, we're not going far, so the wind's about the same. So we're going to land ILS. You need to select an ILS runway if you want to do an ILS landing. So we're going to select 28. That's actually almost perfect for the wind. And then arrivals, you could probably just keep it to direct, honestly. There's probably not many reasons to take it off direct. I'm going to look at a few of the different approaches here, just for fun. See, now, like, look at this approach, man. Look at how far that's taken us out of the way. That's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So here we go. This looks like a more direct approach. you can see it's actually labeled for the runway we're gonna take. So you can just, you know, use your eyes, visually set the arrivals and departures. I can tell that I'm happy with these. They're very direct. Going out into that wind and landing back into that same wind. So that's pretty much it right there. Setting all of that, you're gonna have your whole computer pre-programmed when you load in. So it'll have all of this down, even the ILS frequency. Basically, all you need to do is just set the buttons and switches. You can even see here our max altitude, which is actually... Yo, let's go, let's go. Do it, bird. And show some hype for our resubbers here. You guys rock. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. So you can see in here our departure. We're set to depart 25 right. And on our arrival, we're set to land ILS 28 left. We're doing the arrival SER FR4 Sierra Echo Romeo Foxtrot Romeo 4. Then right down to landing. I believe you can tell this is an ILS landing due to the purple in the route here. Just for fun, since it's gonna be morning time on the West Coast, we're gonna go for live weather. We've got our plane all set, route all set, and I believe we're good to go. Yo, happy Monday there, Brylar. And since we've got ourselves set at a gate, we'll be able to do jetways, baggage, food service, the whole nine, right from cold dark. And since we checked our nav log, we can even see what our cruise altitude's gonna be. 6,000 feet, that's hilarious. You can even see it set our speed all in here. All right, so we're just gonna hit the fly button. And it'll load us in. Yeah, should be good, should be good. Yeah, this is like pretty stupid proof. You don't have to know too much to do these. I do recommend setting up the departures and arrivals. I did a departure in Innsbruck, and I did another departure at Gibraltar. And if you do a direct, and there's like some mountains in your way, you can't rely on the computer to actually take you over the mountains. Like if you don't have your departure and arrival set, you might run into some mountains. Stupid, you say? Trying to keep it pretty simple, though. Trying to keep it pretty simple. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So this is the GPS path that we just programmed. You could set your autopilot to just fly a straight heading instead. You could clear out the flight computer completely and reprogram it with a new GPS route, but that's way beyond what I'm going to touch on here. You can set up a manual heading and stuff, no problem though, if you want. All right, here we are. Beautiful sunny California. Woo. Okay, so here we are. Cold dark, all ready to go. Just gonna get rid of some of these name tags real quick. You can hot swap name tags right in the menu, nice and easy, which is super convenient. I'm still noob tier, so I like to keep on the markers. So basically, since we're loaded in here, we don't have really any power. You can just go ahead, turn on external power. That'll get you all, like, you know,
clearance delivery, Rouge 1
basic.
IFR to San Francisco, ready to copy.
Okay, let's just turn off the auto ATC.
San Francisco Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right, climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 134.75 squawk 0271.
So that was just our initial IFR clearance. Once you turn on your external power, you'll be able to access your radio. Do that. It's all just automated ATC stuff.
To San Francisco Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right, climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
Cool.
Departure on 134.75 squawk 0271. Rouge 1 read back correct. Contact ground on 121.65.
They do. So if you want to have some fun, you can do the ground services. Just connect to ground, get in those ground services, and if you've spawned at a gate like this, you can hook up the power supply.
Los Angeles ground, Rouge 1, could you please
So you actually have the ground power that you're using. I feel like they should start you with this hooked up, though. I think it's weird. Oh, well. Thank you, Ray. Having a good hair day. Woo.
Los Angeles ground, Rouge 1, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
I'm interested to see how this jetway hookup goes.
The jetway is going to be connected.
This is all just vanilla
Los Angeles ground,
flight
Rouge 1,
sim
could you
stuff.
please send the baggage?
I do have the premium airport, though. But the airplane's just vanilla. So you don't need anything too special for all this to
Los
work.
Angeles ground, Rouge 1, could you please send the catering truck? Rouge 1, the catering
Cool,
truck
though.
is on
The ground
road.
services is part of it. Gotta load up your passengers for your flight. All the doors are operable, too, which is really cool. The way the jetway attaches and everything. We're looking through the windows. Look at that. Isn't that great? I think that's great, man. That's like some super duper detail right there. You can actually watch all the baggage go up and in. But none of that is really strictly necessary. Another piece I always like to do on these cold dark starts is run the checklist. So these planes only have checklists up to after starting the engine. After that, you're pretty much on your own. But with the assisted checklists, you can
Battery switches.
you can set up this plane from cold dark really easy. Getting the master warning for the door. Okay, and then yeah, if you just follow these checklists, it'll take you through all the basic setup. Again, none of this is strictly essential. You could just go straight off from the runway if you like. That's all
External power.
that's all user preference. How
Engine
much for a
generator.
ticket? Oh, you just have to sign this waiver.
Unflash fault displayed.
Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have
Engine
clicked
lead
that.
air switches. On.
A lot of these are already on from cold dark.
APU master switch.
You do have to turn on the APU.
On. APU start. On.
Now, the APU in planes like this take a little while to start up.
APU start.
You can see the progress meter right here. So you just basically need to wait for that to become available. Looks like all of our ground services have completed. We'll keep the jetway and external power hooked up until just before taxi. Cool.
Wait for
Oh yeah, the
outlet.
checklist is great. I definitely recommend the checklist.
APU bleed.
And see, it's nice because like it points you through everything, highlights the buttons,
On.
and then you know
External power.
when you get better, you can turn off the assist and do it all fully manually if you like, you know, which is really really cool, I think. Okay, we're gonna turn off the external power and disconnect the ground power.
Los
Basically,
Angeles
since we have the
ground, Rouge 1,
APU
I am
on,
done with power.
we don't really need that anymore. Turn on all the fuel pumps.
On. Beacon.
Boop.
On.
Okay, cool. So our next page is going to be starting the engine. But just before we start the engine, we're gonna go ahead, get our taxi clearance, and do our pushback. So, final boarding call for all passengers. The jetway is being disconnected, so you're gonna have a bit of a jump at the end. Okay, we'll get that all disconnected.
Los Angeles Ground Rouge 1, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Then we should be able to get our taxi IFR.
Los Angeles Ground Rouge 1 with Golf ready to taxi IFR.
Welcome to Pepper Air. We'll get you to that grave from anywhere, guaranteed, for one flat seat rating of $89.95. That's right, folks, only $89.95. It's a deal of a lifetime. You can't live without this deal.
Taxi to and hold short runway 25 right via taxiway Charlie 9er Charlie Charlie 1 Bravo Bravo 1 Rouge 1.
Cool. Okay, so we just got our taxi clearance, and you can see our ribbons popped up. I highly recommend the ribbon for big airports. It is impossible to read these routes otherwise. You can just find this in your assistance, navigation aids, taxi ribbon. I like to play with as few assists as possible, but man, some of these assists are just so necessary. I'm just gonna connect to the ATIS to get the barometer reading real quick. You can see it right there. And the ATIS is the weather for the airport, so it'll tell you all the conditions.
Altimeter 29.85. ILS runway 24 right, ILS runway 24 left, ILS runway 25 right, and ILS runway 25 left in use.
See? Nice and easy.
Landing and departing runway 24.
So basically, we can just start to request pushback here. Now, you can do pushback manual, but I believe the game also has some kind of an automated pushback as well. Now, I'm not sure how well it works, so I'm just going to show you guys the manual pushback for now. Maybe one of our next times we'll try the automated pushback.
Los Angeles Ground Rouge 1 requesting pushback.
So basically, you start by requesting the pushback. Good idea to take off your park brake for this. They really struggle pushing your plane with the park brake on. You can find your park brake right there. Okay, and so you have options to stop the pushback, steer to the left and steer to the right. So it's the pilot's left and right, and it's the tail direction. So steer to the right will steer my tail to my right. There's a slight delay, so I recommend giving the commands just a second or two before you want them to go through. Cool. The planes do have reverse thrusters, but it's not Los
Angeles Ground Rouge 1 requesting pushback.
You can't use them this close to a building.
Rouge 1, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
So that was just a terrible pushback.
Los Angeles Ground
We're
Rouge 1
way off the
needed.
taxi line in a very big way, but
Rouge 1 request to end pushback
good enough.
received.
Now, I think if you turn on your AI controlled radio comms, that they will actually do that automatically and probably do it way better. So, might want to give that a try. I haven't tried it myself yet, so I'm not sure if it works, but... Anyways, that's the pushback. It would be cool, too, because if you had automated pushback, then you could probably get started starting the engines before this point, which would be nice.
Idle.
Anyways, we're gonna get started.
Engine mode selector.
Starting the engines.
IGN/start. Engine master 2. On. Engine master 1.
Cool.
On.
And then it's just like the APU jet engines. They take a little while to spool up. Worth noting, on the throttle, ailerons, and all that, jets respond a lot slower. So you need to make your moves in advance. Just like with the pushback vehicle, You want to make your moves in advance. Yeah, it's a safety thing too. These jet engines are really powerful. So you're not really meant to use them until you're at the runway. Now, you do use your jet engines, like we're spooling them up now, and we will use them to taxi, but only in a very low power mode. In a very low power mode. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and throw on some of our lights here.
Confirm stabilized.
Strobes, wings. Gonna get our taxi light on. Cool. All right, and the last
APU lead.
checklist just gets you to turn off the APU. Once the engines are on, you don't need auxiliary power anymore.
Off.
There we go.
Engine mode selector. Normal.
There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and that makes us all good to go, so we'll just give it a little power and start heading on out. Quick little look here. I believe we're departing DARRK, Delta Alpha, Romeo Kilo. I believe that's our departure. Runway something or other. So if you look down here, you can see runway 25 right. You can see the whole flight plan programmed in here. All of your waypoints. I'll go through some more of this stuff after we've taken off. Okay, so we should be all good to taxi. At this point, I'm basically gonna have my co-pilot manage the radio comms for me. We're just gonna real quick over here set to 6,000, which is our cruise altitude. And I'm just gonna start taxiing nice and easy. Steer with your rudder. There you go. No. This is as real as it gets for me. This is as real as it gets for me. No. I'm not very good at any of this kind of stuff. I'm just doing this little tutorial for you guys just because I've had a lot of requests for it. And I've managed to take off and land the Airbus at least 2 times now, so, you know. I feel like that's enough qualifications. Okay, so apparently we're actually taking off at a different runway here than I initially thought. That's okay, though. That's okay.
Ridge 1 hold position, caution, other traffic.
Whoa, okay, too late. We're already going through.
Ridge 1 continue taxi.
Okay, it's all good. It was that fuel truck. He got through. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh no, taxi 2 and hold short. Yeah. We're going to the right runway. I don't know what the frig this marker's on about. Maybe it's just because the side of the runway we're approaching. Yeah, must be. Must be. Okay. Beautiful. Just disable my auto brake. I noticed it was enabled there for some reason. Okay, our beautiful Airbus. You're meant to taxi at a max speed of 20 knots. You can see your ground speed right there if you like. Probably could read it somewhere in here too. Yeah, right there. If you have those assists on, it'll tell you. Yeah, those markers do bug sometimes, indeed. I'm gonna still follow the taxi ribbon and hope that it takes us where we need to go, because I'll tell you what. I could not find it myself if it wasn't for that. Where's the fun in that? 35 knots! Woo, damn, man! Cutting it close there, team. Frig. It's Freaking crazy, crazy little planes. Yeah, depending on the airport you load into, you can be up for a very long taxi. But it's all a part of the enjoyment, if you ask me. Get to soak in all that beautiful airport scenery. Multiplayer is always interesting as well, watching planes coming in for landings and takeoffs. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're just gonna hastily make our way over to the runway. Yeah, Airbus A320 seems like a really old school dash compared to the new Dreamliner. Popped into that plane just for a quick look at. I haven't even flown it yet, but oh man, it's so futuristic looking. It's crazy. All right, looks like we got a bit of a queue here. Hopefully these guys just start taking off and we'll be right behind them. Okay. Yeah, there goes our marker. But I'm sure that's our runway right there. So we're just gonna taxi our way in. Yeah, very handy to have all your basic flight controls set up at this point. You should be comfortable with your throttle, your rudder, your brakes, all of that. All of that should be set up and ready to go. So you can just see on the runway there, it's got a big painted 25R. So that's how I know it's our runway. All right, boys, let's get this convoy rolling. Let's get this convoy rolling. All right, so you'll know that you're gonna be okay for your departure. What you want to do is take a look at your nav map. So if you switch this over to plan mode, then keep it nice and zoomed in, you can actually page through your flight plan. Just hit that little flight plan button there. And you can actually page through it all to see that you have it all properly set up, you know? If you set the range a little bit bigger, you can see a little bit further to where you're going. And as long as that looks familiar to you, like how you set up in the main menu, then you can be confident that when you turn on your autopilot, it'll actually latch to the proper route. Okay. Beautiful. Just try zooming in on the airport there, Heist. And try selecting me right from the map if you're trying to find me. You can see all along the autopilot the dashes with the dots, meaning that all of this is in managed mode. So that means it won't go over your manual values. It'll take the values instead programmed into your computer here, which should all be preset from the main menu. Cool. Beautiful. What are those yellow liveries? Good question. They're popular. Whatever they are. Okay. Something's happened to my ATC. I have no idea why it's
Los Angeles
bugged out.
delivery Rouge 1 IFR to San Francisco, ready to copy.
Let's see if I can get it again.
San Francisco Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 134.75 squawk 1201. Rouge 1 1 cleared to San Francisco Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right
In-game
climb and
ATC is
maintain
not
12,000
important.
feet. Departure on 134.75 squawk 1201.
I'm gonna try to
Correct. Contact ground on 121
avoid the runway incursion though. Okay.
Los Angeles ground, Rouge 1 with Golf ready to taxi IFR.
Oh, love the sim.
Rouge 1
Yeah, I don't know. This
and
is a
hold
new
short
one
on
to
runway
me.
25 right using taxiway Bravo 1. Contact tower on 119.8 when ready.
This is a new one. But whatever.
Taxiing hold short runway 25 right using taxiway Bravo 1 Rouge 1. Los
Okay,
Angeles tower
there we
Rouge 1
go.
ready for IFR departure runway 25 right.
Get our takeoff clearance.
Rouge 1 cleared for takeoff
So
runway
landing
25
lights
right.
should go on. Takeoff light should be on. Runway lights? I don't know. We'll just throw them on. All right. So I'm pretty sure that was the that was the all clear there. Should be. Yeah, cleared for takeoff. Beautiful.
Rouge 1, did you
All right.
copy?
Yeah. Man, dude, manage the ATC guy. Come on, what are you doing? Yeah. Got it.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right Rouge 1.
Okay, we should set a little bit of takeoff flaps. Probably could do this takeoff without takeoff flaps, but you're meant to have takeoff flaps, so. See, just 10 degrees of flaps there. Okay, just gonna get all lined up with the runway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Lined up on the runway now, preparing for takeoff, so, buckle up. Okay, guys, we're all at the runway. I'm gonna just do, stick takeoff. We will set the autopilot once we get to about 1,000 to 2,000 feet. We'll retract the flaps and get up the landing gear past 300, 600 feet, roughly. We're aiming for the initial takeoff speed, I guess, of 127 here. I'm gonna try to keep an eye for my auto throttle. My auto throttle's been dinking me around on these takeoffs lately. So, nice and simple. Throttle all the way up. And here we go. Yeah, see, look at that. My auto throttle came on. So I just went ahead and turned it off. So I can do this just, myself. I find the auto throttle is really weird sometimes. Really don't care for it on takeoff. Okay, there we go. Okay, just using the rudder to keep us center. Okay. Nosed up a little bit early there, but we're climbing nice. Okay, we're going a little over speed now.
Los Angeles Tower.
Bring it back to climb.
Rouge 1 Los Angeles Tower.
Okay.
Fly left traffic runway.
We're just gonna hit
25 right.
the
Altimeter 29.85.
auto throttle there.
1 at 5.
We're gonna hit the flight director as well.
Fly left downwind runway 25 right Rouge 1.
So now the computer's taken over and should manage our speeds all rather nicely. If you look out the windows, you can see Los Angeles. Bye, LA. We'll have to come back soon for a proper VFR tour. Probably go ahead, take up the landing gear too. Forgot about that a little bit. Already climbing past 4,000 feet. This thing's just a powerhouse. All right, there we go. So now that you can see, we've got the autopilot engaged, the auto throttle on, and the flight director. we will be following this path. According to this computer, it will be managing altitude and speed. So basically, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy the show. So you can see up to our current waypoint, McGee. We are going to be holding a 2,300 altitude under 250 knots, as that's a legal requirement, I believe. And as we go further and further out on the departure, we'll get clearance for higher and higher altitudes and go on from there. Yeah, we're actually a little bit above that marker for whatever reason. It's never gonna work for me, is it? What? You want me to come in for a landing? I don't know. I don't know what you want. Yeah, I think since I set the initial... So I think I figured out what went wrong here. I set my initial altitude to 6,000 here. I should have set it to 2,300 here if I wanted to keep these altitudes. But 6,000 is our cruise altitude for this flight, funny enough. So that's fine. We'll just stay at this altitude. I have no idea what happened with the ATC and stuff there, but we should be fine to complete this flight regardless. So all you really got to do at this point is just cruise. Just cruise. You won't have to worry about anything again, aside from just keeping contact with ATC depending on how you're doing stuff, until you're top of descent. Now, you can use your plan to check out where your top of descent's going to be. Just page along here. You can see your decel point there. So it hasn't actually marked it, but I'm going to imagine we're going to start going down, like, around there. I mean, honestly, since we're only at 6,000 feet, we might just catch right onto the glide slope from our cruise altitude, which is super strange. But yeah, easy as that to get up into the sky. Set the nose light off, turn off the runway lights, pretty much everything else stays. Alright. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's one successful departure from LAX. We're now cruising off to San Francisco. It's going to be about a 30-minute trip, so feel free to take off those seat belts and slosh around in the cabin. Have fun. Oh, man. Beautiful. But yeah, hopefully that's covering you guys okay. Of course, a whole bunch of things go wrong. But, you know, I feel like that's awful, typical. For me anyways, flying these planes, it's always the way it is. I have these plans, I have these ideas and, intents, but, I'll say almost every time something goes wrong in one of my flights. You might find that, you're more successful than I, when it comes to that sort of a thing, but, I always say as long as you can take off and land where you're meant to take off and land, it's a successful flight. Wow. Really, really weak wind down here. Look at that. Amaze. Yeah. The game is not happy with us going at our speed, but I think the computer's doing a great job managing it, so I'm just going to leave it all alone. I'm just going to leave it all be. Throwing around an inflated beach ball in a cabin. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, Adam? How am I dealing with the A320? Good fly yesterday. Didn't read how to use the FMD AP first. Yeah, Adam. So basically, right now, I'm in the middle of my tutorial video here. So I'm going to make a highlight of this on Twitch and even upload it to YouTube as a video. So if you guys want to review that, you could always just go back to the VOD right now if you like. Just go back about 10 or 20 minutes, and you can watch our whole setup. And I'm just taking you guys through the cruise now. A little bit after that, we're gonna do the landing and descent. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I mean, a little bit unfortunate because you just missed all the setup stuff, which is the most important part. I mean, honestly, the most important part of all of this is getting that initial setup in the main menu, you know? That's where you want to get the setup. You want to get your flight plan there. It makes it like a bajillion times easier. Again, like I said at the beginning, I'm not a professional. I have no idea what I'm doing. But you could do this all manually too. You could do it all right through the FMC. As far as I can tell, this thing is fully functional, and you could program the waypoints manually. Absolutely. Heist, I even told you the departure, man. What are you doing? Imagine if the game would also simulate jet wash and wingtip vortices. I don't know any of the things, what? Yeah, positive rate, gear up. You're right, Rabbit, you're right. I was slow on all that. I got kerfuffled. Oh, man. Gotta keep the pilot hydrated, thank you. I was rushing, panicking. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard stuff, man. Hard stuff. Cool. And, yeah. You can go perf there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You've got it all right there, Rabbit, absolutely. You got your cruise. And other stuff in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna click the activate. Can I click the next phase without it activating? I'm scared, guys. I'm scared to click stuff in here. You can do some serious stuff in there. You want to be careful with that. Yeah, there you go. There's our descent. Time. I like the time that we're starting our descent at. It's good. It's very good. Not telling me a whole bunch about my descent though. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd say we're just about halfway there, give or take. Yeah, gotcha. Can we count on you if you need a pilot, real pilot IRL? Absolutely not. I'll be in the cabin having as many free drinks as I can. or the back there, not in the cabin here. Okay, wow, fantastic. Fantastic views too. I'm glad we got a nice low cruise level. Ooh, little airport right down there. Wonder if we could see what airport that is. Wonder if that's the airport back there. Yeah, I think it would be, eh? Cool. Look at that. We can kind of see where we are. Pretty neat. Yeah, these are all just your map buttons and stuff. As long as you stay away from your autopilot and, you know, your area here, you should be pretty good to mess around with a lot of things. A little bit later, we're gonna go into the nav and double check. I mean, in fact, you can always do that now. So one thing I like to do for ILS landings is double check and make sure your radio's already got the frequency programmed. So you can turn on your nav radio there. You can see there's a little green light right there that indicates whether it's on or off. It's really hard to see. So just get yourself in nav mode there, hit ILS, and you can see your current loaded ILS frequency. So if you take your landing for us, KSFO, runway 28 left, right? We did that in the main menu, you remember? Yo, let's hydrate, Soul Taker. Just hop into Google real quick and just do a real quick Google search. You can pretty much do this for any airport. So KSFO ILS. And then you can even do 28L. And so if you just look, yeah, look, this one comes right up on Google. So I can see the GS, glide slope, or ILS, instrument landing system. We can see that the frequency is actually 109.55, which is exactly what we have right here. So, boom, perfect. You know that's good for landing. You'll need to press a few extra buttons on your autopilot to get that all showing. I'm not even gonna bother doing that right now because we're too far out of range. You've got to be within 25 nautical miles to pick up an ILS signal. So it should be all in managed automatically. So go ahead and make sure you have your autopilot engaged. Your auto throttle should be engaged. Your FD should be engaged. And then, yeah, you should just be, like, managed. And then just don't frickin' touch this, okay? Just don't frickin' look at it. Don't touch it. Don't scroll on it. Don't do nothing. And as long as you have all those bits, you should be good. If you go down to your computer and hit your flight plan, your plane's current target should be green. And if you look up at your map, your current target will be white, and you can see it on your path. Kind of see what your computer's doing. So sometimes it's a little bit weird, you know? Flight plans can be, stop touching it! What's going on, Carol? Benji, great to have you guys watching. Cool, cool. If you have a HOTAS set up, you can actually set the notches like manually, right? Like I've got my HOTAS, like you can look at this and you can line it up, you know, and set it in that notch, right? You want to just set it right in there, right? And then if you have the auto throttle on, it'll just do its thing. You're gonna do great, Bosco. Well, I used to fly this thing with an Xbox controller and my keyboard, so, you know, you got this. It's fine. But still, you should be able to, with whatever you're using for throttle, you should be able to, like, feather it into this position, right? Just use your real... Oh, whoops. Yeah, you really got to watch where you scroll that mouse, man. You know... talked about it for years. You guys have tried to convince me for years, and I've always been against it. I've finally come to the point where I'm like, okay, I want Track IR. Track IR, admittedly, would be super for this simulator. Yeah. This is the one, because like trying to move around with the mouse is just a freaking nightmare, man. Track IR would be perfect for this. Perfect for this. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, right? Like, I know I've actually looked into it a bit. I don't think I'm getting a Track IR. But, yeah, this is the game I'd want it for. This is the game I'd want it for. Because you rely so much on your camera movement, and it's so hard to do it. Yeah, honestly, if I had it, I'd use it for everything. But, see, for ETS and ATS, people have always been like, why? I found it to be more annoying than anything. Like, I don't know. Maybe if I was just playing it on my own, but for the stream, it's like, all I need to do is be able to look left and right. I've got that set up on 2 buttons. So I've never seen the value. But for Flight Simulator, when you need so much camera movement all the time, and having to do it with your mouse, it's really bad. Being able to do it all with your head would be, like, amazing. It would be, like, amazing, man. Yeah, Track Hat. I was looking at that. Does it have the receiver, though? 'Cause I was looking at it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. See, but the only thing is, man, this is coming from the UK. Like, this is gonna take forever to get here. gonna take forever to get here is the only thing. But yeah. I like that. I like that. I wonder if I can get it with just... Because I've got my own hat. I wonder if I could get it with just the sensor, you know? Yeah, that's a cool one. And see, I don't know where I'm gonna put the tracker at, too. That's gonna be a thing. Cool. Yeah, nice. Yeah, might actually look at that. Yeah, it would be cool. Just wonder how fast it'll get here. I don't know. Oh yeah, you guys did the retweets, man. 13 retweets. Let me give you those chevrons. Get us a few more. If you like. And I hope everybody's been following up to this point. Lots of chill time in here with the cruise. So if you do have any additional questions of anything we've already gone over, do let me know. Cool. Yeah, that's actually a fun thing we can do. We can, take a look at the traffic. Okay, there's Foxy. There's Frag. There's Bird. There's Heist. I see a Heist. And, there's Bosco. Oh, there's Trado and Bosco. They're both just out there. Wow, look at that scenery down there. Oh, California is freaking beautiful. Oh my god. Amazing. Yeah. Cool. Sure thing, man. Yeah. The simulator is incredibly detailed and realistic. And it should do most of that. Now, it depends on how you set up your assists. So turn all your, like, go through your assists, right? You want to go through here for your realism settings, right? And you can see, like, all of the assists it gives you. I try to keep, like, most of my assists off, you know? I leave a few things on, like the gyro drift auto calibration. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend to understand that for a second. But yeah, it's pretty good flying. Stop going over speed, Bosco. Are your flaps up? What speed are you doing? I'm not sure what it is by default, Heinz. I am using a Thrustmaster HOTAS stick thing. And, I have a binding on the column itself, right? So, like, right here at the bottom, it's my B5 button that does the camera. So, Flight Simulator is cool. Again, if you just go out to the controls, what you can do is go all, and then search by name, and just do, like, camera. And then you know what? If a whole bunch of stuff comes up, just do, like, assigned. And you can try to find, your switch. Even better, since I have this bound and I know the key, I can just press the key here and look it up. Like that. So yeah, there you go. It's cockpit external view mode. So if you look here, you can see all of your bindings and set them up how you like. Bye, Trado! Trado going at the speed of light back there. Up there. Yeah, of course. Anything I can do to help you guys out, just let me know. Hey, Mojo Jeff. Thanks a lot for that follow, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Okay, so it looks like Follett, Foxtrot, Oscar, Lemur, Echo, Tango is gonna be where we start losing a little bit of altitude. Yeah, just past the decel there. Fantastic. Okay, and so our lowest altitude is going to be about 1,800. All right, that's cool. So IFR is just short for, like, see, feel dumb because I hesitate on this. I'm not sure if this is right, but I think it's instrument flight route. Instrument flight rules. So basically, it's just, it's a way of flying that relies more on your instrumentation, you know, like your autopilot, and ILS, waypoints and such, which basically uses, like, your navigation radio to kind of, track your position and where you're going. So it can be done from extremely high altitudes where visual references, right? Because there's two main modes of flying, IFR and VFR, instrument or visual. And at great altitudes and in extreme weather, thanks for the bit there, Mojo Jeff, you can't do visual because you can't see it, you know? You can't see it. Now, we're at 6,000 feet. It's beautifully clear. So, I mean, VFR would be totally possible. I think it'd be a little bit weird to VFR an Airbus, but I believe it can be done. I believe it can be done. Yeah. Instrument flight rules. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. VFR isn't allowed above 18,000 feet. Because, yeah, at that altitude, sorry, what was that? At that altitude, you are, not able to make out things well enough. Oh yeah, Foxy's somewhere around there. I can see Foxy just up there. Getting a little tiny bit of turbulence there, guys. Little tiny bit. Okay. We're not too terribly far out of our airport now. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, I hope that answered your question a little bit there, cool kid. And cool it kid. And yo, Mojo, coming in with a big biddy too, doggos. Wow, nice. Wow. Thank you for the biddy, man. Every bit helps support the airlines. So thank you so much for that. Glad to have you join along with us. Just our little exemplary flight on the Airbus here. Hopefully you guys can follow this video a little bit. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah, I really recommend checking out VFR flying too in the simulator. With the graphics being as good as they are, oh, it's an absolute must. Like, I'll tell you what, right after this flight, we're gonna do a little VFR of San Fran. Hey, cool kid, thanks a lot for that follow there, man. Cool. Yeah, cool kid, run a new flight simulator. You should be able to do it. You're not gonna be able to, like, max out the settings. This simulator is really heavy. What you want is a real fast hard drive, man. Yeah, you want a fast hard drive. That's gonna be, that's an important thing for this game. Since this game uses satellite images to generate such high-resolution textures and such, there's a lot of streaming going on in the cache. And so you're relying a lot on big RAM and big hard drive usage, I do believe. Nice. Hey, Bosco! Bye, Bosco! I'm actually using a 980 Ti right now, so, like, less power than a 1070, I believe. So you'll be able to make the game look as good as me. Now, the processing, that's another part, right? And that can come down to your CPU and your RAM and your hard drive, so... Yeah, big internet's a good one, too. It's not too aggressive on the internet. Like, if I just peek right now... Now, keep in mind, it's gonna spike. It's gonna go up and down. But on my 9 Gen i7, I'm at about 60%, 60 to 70% usage. We're talking about 15 gigabytes of RAM. The hard drives are nice and quiet. I am downloading 1 megabit per second, and I'm at about 73% usage on my graphics card. Running the game at 33 FPS. So, you know, the program is not optimized. That's worth noting as well, you know? Yeah, wow. Super duper Bosco. I get a bit higher FPS out here. But see, it's funny, like, my system is by no means being totally utilized yet. It has me going under on frame rate, so I don't pay too much attention to it, though. For a flight simulator, high frame rates are not as important. Bosco still takeoff, go around. Oh man, absolutely Bosco. I know going into third person can help a lot. Cockpit view is low performance. Yeah. Wow. Hey, that's pretty freaking good. That's pretty freaking impressive though, Cedric. 2080 Ti, 35 FPS, 4K, all high. I am so excited for the 3000 series. I'm not, because, like, the cost of it, but the power. Wow. That's crazy, Bird. That's crazy. Yeah, I recommend looking into M2 NVMe drives. They're the fastest, and they're getting pretty cheap. So I'd recommend. You to recommend it. Cool. Yeah. Totally agreed, Bosco. Honestly, the performance in the new flight sim, in my experience, is way better than FSX. Now, I was running FSX on the old Hatswell i7, whereas I'm running this on, like, my brand new super awesome computer. But, it runs good. Oh, man, dude, it looks so much better. Like, I know a lot of you guys weren't around in the FSX days. Oh, man, so good. So good. Wonder if I can take that freaking speed warning on. Flying tips. Aircraft system. Like, what is this gonna be under? I don't even know what this is gonna be under. Gosh darn it. For sakes. Yeah, like, it was so much better. It is a big plus. Big plus.
Santa Barbara approach Rouge 1 is at 6,000 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Should we just go for 12,000, guys?
Approach, continue to McKee as planned. Altimeter 29.84. Rouge 1 verify, squawking 1201. Santa Barbara approach Rouge 1 6 miles east of Lima 5 to request IFR to San Francisco, ready to copy.
Don't even know what's happening with my
Rouge 1 is cleared
ATC.
to San Francisco Airport as filed. Squawk 1201.
Cool.
Rouge 1 cleared to San Francisco Airport as filed. Squawk 1201.
Rouge 1 read back correct. Radar contact 6,000 feet. Altimeter 29.84, continue to McKee turning and following heading 29.5, proceed on course.
Just set my squawker up there.
Continue to McKee turning and following heading 29.5, resume on navigation Rouge 1.
Cool.
Rouge 1 contact Los Angeles Center on 119.05.
I wonder if I can get my auto manager going. Yeah, I do miss my Aerosoft and PMDG stuff.
Going to 119.05 Rouge 1.
I'm excited to see if they're gonna release, well, when they're gonna release for this.
Los Angeles Center Rouge 1 is climbing through 6,000 feet for 12,000 feet.
I'm gonna request.
Rouge 1 Los Angeles Center, continue to McKee as planned. Altimeter 29.85.
Cool.
Los Angeles Center Rouge 1. Request 6,000 feet.
Rouge 1 request denied.
Ah! Okay, let's set it to 12,000 then. Freaking hate ETC, man. Gosh darn trolls. It's like when Streamlabs tells me my title's inappropriate. But you don't get to decide! What's going on, Keitho? God, so funny. Oh, welcome to Pepper Airlines, yo. I'm gonna get rid of this stupid warning message. We are gonna be making all haste. Beautiful. Yeah, Rabbit, I was having the same pipe dream, man. Having the same pipe dream, bud. I was thinking the same thing. There's no way they will, but like we can hope, right? It's just so like what I'm getting is that it's hard for the modders to port over. Otherwise, I feel like we'd be seeing some stuff already, you know? So yeah, I think it's gonna be a cost. Cool. No, it's true. It doesn't. No. You're right. An Airbus does not cruise at 6,000 feet. I should have selected high altitude airways. Absolutely. You are absolutely correct, sir. Absolutely. And that's a good note for you guys that might be watching this as a tutorial video. That is absolutely correct. I just kind of slapped this together. This flight, you know? Now I'm gonna say if we go to manage, hopefully it just keeps us here for now. It doesn't actually descend us yet. I don't think it will. But I think it will descend us when appropriate. Yeah, now that we've set that to managed, we can probably go down to our first descend, which is probably going to be about 6,000. And then we can toggle the descent when we're ready. There you go. So yeah, now you'll notice, now that we're above 10,000 feet, we're not gonna get that stupid warning message constantly. As well, our autopilot has detected this change and has got us up flying at, we're flying just about at 285 here, but you can see our true airspeed is actually 337 knots, so we are hauling a lot faster now. Yeah, beautiful. Keep repeating to yourself any day now. Okay, we can actually see our TD, our top of descent. Boom, right there. See, that's it. That's it right there. That tiny little arrow. So, we're gonna be making our approach soon, guys. Not a moment too soon. I really gotta use it. Hey, all cooks. Thanks for the follow. And yes, thank you guys in the chat for, answering stuff. Man, like, what happened to my freaking AI, boys? But yeah, feel free to answer any questions you guys see. I really appreciate that. I miss way too much, and it's, like, not intentional. And I always feel bad seeing that people have come in here, asked a question, gotten no response, and left. Absolutely not the experience I want to provide. Make sure you leave me a highlight, too, guys, if you want to make sure you get a message straight to me. Cool. So you can either follow your ATC instructions as to what altitude to descend to, or you can reference your flight computer, right? So look past your top of descent, yeah, and your flight plan, so your flight plan there. See where you are, and then you can see your speed and altitude. So speed is managed. Don't know exactly by what. Probably something somewhere in here. And then your altitude is just copied down. So if you scroll down, you can see here I'm meant to be at 50-50, then back up at 6,000. Don't know what's up with that. And then we go 4,000, 3,100, 1,800. So basically 1,800, that's going to be my final altitude. So that's what I'm going to set this sucker for just before we land. Okay, cool. We've actually hit the top of descent then, I think. And I think we're actually starting to go down now. I think we're actually starting to go down now. Just very, very, very slowly, though. Just very, very, very slowly, though.
Bridge 1, you are 1,000 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 12,000 feet altimeter to 9.85.
Fine.
Climb and maintain 12,000
Be like that.
feet, Rouge 1.
We're gonna play ball for now. Listen to the ATC, hopefully. I'm gonna see if I can get the ATC to clear us down to 6,000.
Oakland Center, Rouge 1. Request 6,000 feet.
Rouge 1 request denied.
Frig off! Okay, can I get 10,000?
Oakland Center, Rouge 1. Request 10,000 feet.
Rouge 1 descend and maintain
Thank you.
10,000 feet.
My flight computer is not agreeing with the ATC. Another reason you want to select those high altitude airways. This is your flight attendant. Hey, you know, it'd all be going a lot smoother if my automated systems had been on. Okay. Okay, we're coming on down to 10,000. By SIDB, we're meant to be at 4,000. We're gonna try to keep on that goal. The long ways away still, though. But sorry, rude ATC interrupting. Flight attendant, can you please put your seats and trays in the upright position, fasten all seatbelts. We'll be soon coming in to land. Please remain seated until the planes come to a complete stop at the gate. Thank you for flying Pepper Airlines. We hope you enjoyed your flight. Still gonna be a few minutes before we get there, guys. In fact, I think I might actually do a quick BRB. Got some other traffic there.
Rouge 1 contact Oakland Center on 126.9er.
Okay.
SkyWest 59er, Tree 5 Oakland Center, continue as planned. SkyWest 59er, Tree 5 descend and maintain 4,100 feet.
SkyWest, you're taking up the frickin' airwaves, man.
Going to 126.9er, Rouge 1.
Goodness. Get off this troll channel.
Oakland Center, Rouge 1, 10,000 feet.
Excellent.
Rouge 1 Oakland Center, continue to serve her as planned. Altimeter 29er.86.
Good. Okay, can I get my 6,000 yet? I'm gonna try it.
Oakland
This
Center,
is a new
Rouge
guy.
1. Request 6,000 feet.
Rouge 1 request denied.
Cool. Well, at least we're cleared for 10,000. 12 hours a day on a bloody train. Holy heck, man. That doesn't sound good. I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't sound good at all. Doesn't sound good at all, dude. Yeah, no, see, it's so funny, man. The game and, this disagrees. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can, flying types are off. Objectives are off. I almost would want to put on objectives. Trying to figure out which setting this is. Cool. Yeah, KW, that's my call sign. You know, that is the official call sign of Air Canada Rouge, by the way. So, you know, my favorite airline. Objectives onto the designated cruise altitude. We're there, bud. We're there. All right, did I do that? I don't know. Hey, what up, Femton? Okay, guys. But Captain's BRB. Totally safe to walk away from the sim at this point. I'd recommend doing it a little bit before your top of descent, but I just can't wait any longer here, guys. So it's gonna be a minute before we get down into the city. So just give me a quick excuse here. Hopefully I got rid of that speed message, because that thing is driving me nuts, man. Driving me nuts, I tell ya. So just hold on to your awesome selves right there. We're gonna bring this thing in for a landing. Complete this video. Oh yeah, Bosco. Welcome to hell. What I always do, new rule, right? No right click and scroll at the same time. You gotta right click, release, put your mouse in empty space, then zoom. You know what I mean? I'm still getting this frickin' thing. Okay. There, I think I got it there. Beautiful. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. I jettisoned all the parachutes before we took off. All right, guys, I'll be right back.
59er35, you are 63 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 4,100 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 29er approach. Descend and maintain 4,100 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 29er approach. Skywest 59er35. Skywest 59er35, descend and maintain 3,400 feet. Rouge 1, contact Oakland Center on 127.45. Descend and maintain 3,400 feet. Skywest 59er35. Skywest 59er35, descend and maintain 4,100 feet.
Perfectly timed, don't you worry. We are perfectly on schedule. We're going on the way down, boys and girls.
Rouge 1, did you hear my last transmission?
I did totally not. I did not hear the transmission, no.
Going to 127.45 Rouge 1.
2,400. See, this is exactly how you don't want to fly a plane,
Oakland
guys.
Center, Rouge 110,000 feet.
You want to do this
Rouge 1,
stuff
Oakland Center, continue to
much more
heavily
gracefully.
Altimeter 29er.85.
400 was it? Oh, that's a beautiful altitude, man. Perfect. Cool, cool. Find out on the next episode of Rouge 1. Friggin' Rouge 1. I'm never gonna be able to live that one down, guys. Okay, wonderful. We're gonna make sure we let the computer manage for now. 3,400 should do us for landing. Really not planning on having to go around. Shut up, Bob! I'm trying to find a plane!
Rouge 1, you are 1,900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Altimeter 29er.85.
Crazy. Negative. We got cleared for our descent, did we not? Oh no, that wasn't us actually. That wasn't us at all. Oh yeah, we haven't even hit our decel point yet.
Rouge 1,
Frig,
acknowledge
you
last
guys debated me.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet Rouge 1.
Okay. See if we can get clear to 6,000 yet.
Oakland Center, Rouge 1. Request 6,000 feet.
Yeah, it was a separate traffic.
Rouge 1, descend and maintain 6,000
Yay! Let's see!
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet Rouge 1.
Forgot to set the barometer standard above 10,000. Just for visual reference, Birdhouse is talking about that number, that knob, and something else. I don't know what though. Something else, but I don't know what. Hey, here we go. All right. GameBot managed to get around the Microsoft two-step phone charge malarkey. The malarkey is always the worst. The worst part, isn't it, Jags? Oh, you went for the deluxe. Premium deluxe. Nice. Throw the engines in reverse for a good laugh. be our final. So this is gonna be the point where you want to do just your last checks to make sure that visually your plan looks all good. So I can see here my position and my descent looks very standard. Nothing looks weird about that. When I say something weird, it's gonna be obvious. Like something's obviously gone like way haywire. You'll know it when you see it. Look down through the flight plan again from your current waypoint down through the rest. Just again, simple logic check. Just make sure it all makes sense. You know? Make sure your runway's set accordingly. Double check your radio, nav, ILS, frequency. We're probably still a little bit far out for it.
600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet altimeter 29.86.
Jeez, man. You got it. Is that the bay right there, Bird?
Climb and maintain 6,000 feet, Rouge 1.
Well, I don't know. We have some sort of a weird 550 here, and then we're going back up to 6,000, so whatever. We'll just let the computer sort it out. We're probably still a little far out to pick it up, so I won't bother yet, but once we're within 25 nautical miles of the strip, we can turn on the ILS info display. So just over here, you'll see the dots that appear, yeah? And when you're within range, you'll see your ILS frequency down in the corner, as well as your purple heading guide for the ILS, as well as your vertical glide slope indicator as well. This is gonna be how we can tell that we're making the ILS approach correctly. But we're like still 80 nautical miles out from the
Rouge 1,
airport.
please expedite your climb to 6,000 feet.
Beautiful. We're coming on there. We're coming on there. Beautiful. Landing just before Pepper. Yeah, let's go. No, 100 pounds. You know, it's funny. The premium deluxe upgrade was actually cheaper than just the deluxe upgrade. But yeah, good stuff. So you got the 5 extra things or what? Hey, Night of the Wolf. Yes, with Tex Cub. Absolutely. Has that started? Oh, you know what? I think that started. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Cheers. Thank you so much for the follow. I'll have that set up. We're going to be going into the weekend with that. Absolutely. Child's Play, guys, coming up. Dirty beans and everything. It's gonna be good stuff.
Rouge 1, please expedite your climb to 6,000 feet.
Chill, 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 bud. Okay, we're gonna just stick with our ATC for the moment here. Cool. Right. Yeah, we've seen some cool things. We've seen some cool things. Minor altitude adjustment. Yeah, we selected the star. On our flight plan. I'd be inclined to say that Bird's right. I think I'm past the star waypoint, so it's hard for me to tell. Yeah, the new flight sim makes it so easy though. We did all this right from the main menu. Super easy planning. I wonder if we can actually get this down now. Cool. Yeah, I think so. Beautiful. Okay, this guy's wanting to take us back down again. Yeah, fold it. Okay, let's try to get that ATC clearance then.
Oakland Center, Rouge 1. Request 5,000
Yeah, I think it
feet.
does. I think it does, Heist. Not sure
Rouge
though.
1 descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Okay, so really the pro strat here is, guys, you want to request, like, when you notice your computer is changing the altitude, right away, request that altitude from the ATC. Save you all this stupid stuff that I'm doing here and trying to fight it all.
Rouge 1, did you copy?
I know everything! Sorry, I was talking to the
Descend and maintain
ATC.
5,000 feet, Rouge 1.
What's going on, Eagle?
Rouge 1, climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
Cool. Wait, what? No. No!
Climb and maintain 6,000 feet, Rouge 1.
Okay, just don't use the in-game freaking ATC then, guys. Something happened to my ATC at takeoff, and it's just never been the same since.
Request 4,000 feet.
It's just never been the
Rouge 1,
same.
climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect 4,000 feet.
Expect 4,000 feet. Okay. Okie dokie there, guy. I'll expect it. Yeah.
Rouge 1, did you hear my last transmission?
When I did my previous flight with the automated
Climb and maintain
ATC,
6,000 feet. Expect 4,000 feet, Rouge 1.
and it had the proper IFR, it was perfect. It was perfect. It was glorious. Okay, cool. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Aviation's crazy stuff. Eagle. Different planes flying different ways. Hey, Cake, what's going on, man? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain speaking. We are not far out from KSFO now, San Francisco, our destination airport. We are making our final descent.
Climb to 6,000 feet.
Shut up, ATC! We're on the ground and just...
Normal approach on
Damn it, ATC, I'm trying to talk to the passengers!
We're gonna land shortly, guys. Just buckle up.
Rouge 1, acknowledge last transmission.
Oh, I'll acknowledge your transmission, alright, but I don't think you're gonna like it very much, Oakland.
135.65 Rouge 1.
Okay, check it out, man. We're slowing down now, boys. Shut up, Pepper, I'm trying to talk.
Norcal approach, Rouge 1 is climbing through 5,100 feet for 6,000 feet.
Rouge 1, Norcal approach. Continue to full it as planned. Altimeter 29.84.
God, is that actually an option, Jags? Screamed at the ATC until hoarse. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Can confirm, does not make a difference. Beautiful. Nice. Excellent, excellent. Okay, yeah, now we're gonna
Please
go
expedite your climb to 6,000
back up to
feet.
6,000. Oh! What, you mean like... With like a microphone, Jags? Or you mean like just going through the ATC menu here? I don't know.
Bridge 1, you are 25 miles southeast.
I don't
Keep
know what
speed
you're
below
talking
240 knots. Expect ILS runway 28 left approach via any transition.
Ooh! Clear to Eddie! Alright, let's go, let's go!
Keep speed below 240 knots. Expect ILS runway 28 left approach via any transition. Cleared to Eddie Rouge 1.
Nice. ATC is still gonna be garbage, though. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, really, Rabbit? Oh. Like, all the time, or just right now? Apparently, this is a busy star. Alright, there we are. So, we're within range of the runway. So I've hit the LS button, and you can see here the displayed distance, frequency. We can see the heading. Bug there, and soon there'll be a glide slope. Yep, there's a glide slope right there. We're actually just under the glide slope, which is perfect. You definitely want to be under the glide slope. So yes, this is the part, guys. This is the part. Takeoff is easy and fun. Cruise is nice and chill. But descending and landing, man, that is where the real job of the pilot comes in. So thankfully, our computer is doing its thing. We're going down to 4,000 now, just as planned, keeping...
Maintain 4,000 feet.
Boom. On it, ATC.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Rouge 1.
Then we're gonna get down to 3,000, 1,800, and we should be in. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the autopilot keep us going. And just as we get lined up, as we're still below the glide slope, I'm gonna capture it. And basically the way I'm gonna try to capture the glide slope is hit the approach mode, as well as the second autopilot. Which I don't think really does anything because it's already engaged, so I'll probably just hit the approach button. But I think it is important to make sure both your autopilots are on for the approach. Or maybe you have to switch it to the second autopilot. I'm not entirely sure, guys. But we are coming in beautifully, just beautifully.
Rouge 1 traffic is 12 o'clock 3 miles at 4,200 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, 3 miles.
4 miles southeast. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed below 240 knots. Expect ILS runway 28 left approach via any transition. Clear to any.
Wonderful.
Rouge 1 descend and maintain 3,100 feet.
Boom. Just about there, bud.
5821 descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Traffic in sight.
SkyWest 5821 descend and maintain 3,100
Just stopped
feet.
in the air there. Look at that. Is that you, bird?
5821, you are
Right
14
underneath you,
miles
bud.
Southeast of San Francisco. Contact San Francisco Tower on 120.5 when inbound.
You got
Descend
it.
and maintain 3,100 feet, Rouge 1.
Rouge 1 traffic alert. 4 o'clock left at 1 mile, 4,100 feet generic.
I got him.
Tower on 120.5 SkyWest 5821.
Freaking out by the traffic. Are you
Rouge 1,
freaking
you are
out, Bob,
12
man?
miles Southeast of San Francisco. Contact San Francisco Tower on 120.5 when inbound.
Yeah,
Ridge
right
1
about
has a
here.
generic in sight.
Right about here now. So yeah, you can see the runways there. So there's the right one, there's the left one. We're going for left. We're
Ridge
just
1
hooking in
going
now.
Transmission.
2,500.
Tower on 120.5 Rouge 1.
Okay. All right. We've grabbed the ILS, I believe. Now the plane's just gonna try to thread the needle here and steer us right in onto that. So this is a much more precise method of flying than your GPS. Okay, we started with a little bit of flaps there, and that's gonna bring our speed down. We're just about at 1,800, which is our minimum. Yep, this is exactly where we're gonna intercept the glide slope. Oh my god. Okay, we're less than 10. Oh. Alright. Okay, we're a little high. But we're coming down. Just getting that speed on there. I popped the throttle. Okay, we're getting back on. Okay, we're just keeping on with the flaps. Okay, so we're going to get the spoilers armed. Spoilers right here.
SkyWest 5821.
We are gonna set the
28 left. Wind calm.
1,000.
landing gear down as well, right there.
Clear to land runway 28 left. SkyWest 5821.
We're gonna set the auto brakes right here. We're just gonna do a medium. We're gonna get the flaps to full. So we're full flaps, landing gear down, 700 feet. On the glide slope with the spoilers armed. And that brake on medium. So as we're just coming down, 50, 40, 30, 20, I'm gonna cut the throttle and start into reverse thrusters. Okay, we're just gonna turn those objectives off later too.
400.
Okay, here we go, 400 feet, guys.
300. 200.
Okay, hands on the throttle. It's gonna be a beautiful landing.
100.
I would have screamed if I saw a bird out there.
50.
40.
30. 20. Retard.
Okay. Putting on some reverse thrust.
SkyWest 5821. Go around.
Okay. Oh my god, we just put somebody on a go-around. Whoops. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and that's it. We've landed.
Going around SkyWest 5821. SkyWest
Probably want to take
5821,
off the
contact north
auto
approach
brakes
on
there.
131.65.
We want to exit on our next available taxiway, which probably was that one right there.
135.65 for SkyWest 5821.
And we're going to take this right here. All right, welcome to San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to turn off those freaking objectives. I thought I wanted them, I don't. Okay. Okay, so now basically we're just gonna get taxi from the tower to our gate, and off we go. Taxi to the gates.
San Francisco ground, Rouge 1
So
request
we can
taxi
take
to the
our
gate.
landing lights off now.
Rouge
Go on our
1
taxi.
to gate Bravo 37 via taxiway Echo Alpha Mike 1.
This is probably a good point where you want to start up the APU as
Taxi
well.
to gate Bravo 37 via taxiway Echo Alpha Mike 1, Rouge 1.
If I do recall, that's how Aerosoft had you do it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. I wanted to watch Heist. Okay, I'm looking Heist. Let's see this spark show. You're 10 nautical miles out. Okay. We'll go park. Okay, but yeah, that basically does it, guys. We're just gonna go do, like, the shutdown, which is not very different than the, takeoff. But, yeah, hopefully that basically does everything. I don't know if anybody's coming out of that flight, with any questions or anything like that, but if you are, definitely now's the time. And, yeah, I think that'll make a decent little video. I'll just post that up, and here we go. Cool. Yeah, the lock button. That's funny. I never did hit the lock button, though it is targeted. Here, I'm gonna just go ahead and make sure I take off my AP stuff, actually. Don't really need that anymore. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I didn't even touch that. It came on automatically, though, eh? Yeah, it was a good landing, guys. That was a good landing. That was a really good flight, actually. I mean, aside from, like, some of the ATC errors and stuff. But like I said, you know, as long as you get where you're going to, where you're coming from, you know, it's a successful flight, I think. Oh, yeah, I think I can see you there, Heist. I think I can see you there. Just popping in. Yeah, now that's the good question, Soul, because I do have the Premium Deluxe version now. So this is the way I justified it to myself. So, one HD airport, not from Microsoft, is running between $10 to $25. I got the whole pack for like about 10 airports. I don't know the comparison directly, but to me, they look fantastic. Like, we're in one of the HD airports at the moment. And I'll give you a little bit more of a tour here after we get parked up, but it is spectacular looking. So, again, I don't know how they size up, but I think that's pretty good there. Planes can go anywhere from like 30, 50 bucks to like 80, 100 bucks. Again, for that same price, you have 10 included planes. Now, I will say this, I haven't really tested all of the planes, but they are around the vanilla planes quality, so they're not like PMDG accurate, you know? But they are as good as the base planes, maybe even better. It's hard to say. So, end of the day, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to call it. But, I'm digging it so far. I'll say the one good thing about the premium and deluxe bundles is they're way cheaper. You get way better value than any of the other third-party stuff. But I don't know, is that at a sacrifice of detail? If so, how much? I don't know. I don't know. You don't really pay more, or if you do, you don't pay much more to upgrade later. So I'd say if you're hesitant, just buy the base game. See how you enjoy it. And if you're really jonesing, like if you just need to have that Dreamliner, you know? Yeah, Frag, they do look really good. Oh, the Dreamliner is probably one of my favorites. So yeah, like, I don't know. But it is a lot of money too, so I don't know. I don't know, it's hard. See, I helped, I got so lucky, man. You guys are always so nice and so good to me, man. I got gifted the base game. You know what I'm talking about. So that helped me a lot, and that's where I was basically like, okay, I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun with it. The stream's having fun with it. I want to get this bundle now to see what it's all about, to help you guys decide. I don't regret getting the bundle, but I don't know if I can say to you guys it's worth your $100. I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh, well, yeah, exactly, Rabbit. But then again, that PMDG plane is gonna be more accurate than the rest of these planes put together. But at the same time, it's like, will it really? Because these planes, they're pretty functional. Like, I mean, I don't know, Rabbit, you're better at this stuff than me. So, like, I don't know if you can detect a whole lot of, like, what these planes are missing. But, like, they're pretty functional. I don't know how to use them fully, but they're pretty functional. This is a weird taxi. The airports are gonna be the best deal. Gotcha. I agree. The scenery is gonna be where you're getting your value. Yeah. So then what do you think yourself, Rabbit, as an avid flight simmer, a guy that has seen the vanilla, the free stuff, the paid stuff, you've been doing this for years and years. What do you think about the premium bundles from what you've seen? Are you gonna buy it for yourself or what? Hard left! Bring her to the port, Captain! Oh. All right, guys, here we are at the gates. Probably put on the APU bleed. Cut them engines. All right.
Jetways being attached. Prepare passengers for disembarking. Everybody, please take your puke bags with you. Thank you.
Oh, I need the beep boop. I need to get that sound effect for the stream. Okay, so basically, all we did there was just park it in. I've set the parking brake. Just killed the engines.
Bridge 1, the jetway is going to be connected.
You meant to kill the engines
San Francisco ground.
once you get in here. And that's why we had the APU.
Bridge 1, ground power unit is on the road.
San Francisco ground, Rouge 1, could you please send the baggage?
Bridge 1 baggage is on the way.
Cool. Kill the engines, I got this.
San Francisco ground, Rouge 1, could you please send the catering truck?
There you go.
The catering truck is on the road.
All the doors opening and everything. So basically, just once you get parked up at your gate, if you do your parking well and proper and you get your assigned ATC gate, once you're there and you've turned off your engine, you just go to ground services, and this should all just pop up automatically. You can attach the jetway and such. Master warning for the doors. Huh. Cool, and then the cool thing from here is we've got external power now, so we can throw that on. And we can kill the APU now. There you go. And then we can just get everything turned right on off. We'll just boop, boop, off, off. There you go. Nice. All right. We'll just do a little tiny bit more. Just get the pumps down. We can probably turn the bats off. All that good stuff. Cool. Oh man, Cake dude. I had one of my flights ruined by a Cessna autopilot that did like the same thing to me, man. I know some of these planes are freaking. And see, I don't know about you, but I'm so inept at the freaking simulator that I can't tell, like, is it me? Is it the plane? Most of the times I'm pretty set in that it's me, but yeah. All right, but yeah, guys, that concludes everything. I didn't see a whole lot of questions, so I think that about does it. Perfect. Cool. Game Pass player. Hey, dude, Thrum. You're the smart player, Thrum. You're the player with a full wallet still, right? So, I mean, that's who's laughing at the end of the day, aren't they? 15 retweets. Let's get 5 more, team. Holden, Carol, Omega, Rabbit, Ocean, D-Whittle, Micah. Thank you for the retweets. Nah, but yeah, simulators are freaking tricky, man. They're freaking tricky. Oh god, I don't even want to think about. I don't want to talk about how much money goes into these flight simulators. Now again, I've been very lucky. A lot of you guys have gifted me a lot of stuff. So, I bought my Aerosoft planes, but I actually got gifted my PMDG planes too, you know, so. Oh, man, good stuff. Good stuff, though, good stuff. Okay, cool. Cool, wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, this plane's pretty much just good for its next flight. Hey, Baron, thanks for that, tweet there. Somebody's flying around in a little red plane. Yeah, we're going to do a VFR flight from here, but I just want to do a quick look at the airport real quick. Give you guys a little bit of a tour here. Look at this guy, the Red Baron. Somebody shoot him down. Hey, thanks guys, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a good flight for sure. Yeah, like look at that, man. Look at that. Like honestly, like that is that explaining it like enough? That's pretty freaking good.
Taxiing to gate Golf 100 via taxiway Tango cross runway 10 right Tango Bravo Quebec 1 Alpha United 522.
God, look at the freaking California sunshine here, man. I'm trying to look for that plane. Gorgeous. Yeah, for the Airbus, it's like dead simple. Setting off the engines. You just literally just hit your engine boopers right there. Boop boop. Yeah. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Yeah, Merkers, we did a little flight over Ethiopia. We saw some giraffes and elephants. They're fantastic. Both of them. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty darn accurate. Oh, yeah, wow. So we have a local. We have somebody who actually knows what this place is supposed to look like. You know, did we land in San Fran once, or? Yeah, we did. We landed and we took off again from San Fran. But, like, I couldn't remember enough to. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We did the Caltrain. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. It's good though, right? It's good, yeah. Yeah, the surrounding scenery is not going to be as accurate, but yeah, it's freaking good looking, eh? Looking airport. Cool. Can we see California and the storms? All right, one storm coming right up. That's the great thing about a simulator. You can see things however you want. But is this the best you got? This is as stormy as it gets in California, Jags. I know, being from the UK, you're probably like, that's not a storm. But welcome to California, you know? Yeah. God, really? Like, can we get anything a little more dramatic here? Okay, here we go, here we go. So just propeller RPMs. So are you talking about propeller RPMs, or are you looking for your main throttle? Because I know there's some separate controls here.
United 522, hold position, caution, other
Very
traffic.
different answers depending on what you're looking for.
United 522, continue taxi.
Yeah, RPMs. So, this is probably going to be one of those controls that you're not going to have a binding for. So you should be able to look it up. Oh, God, I don't know. Honestly, it might just be... No, there should be something in there, eh? I know there's a lever. I was doing this in my Cessna just earlier today. But yeah, you want a binding for this, right? Ugh. God, I don't know, man. If you're gonna find it, it's gonna be in here though, right? So this is gonna be your best chance of looking for it. I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do. Yeah, I could show you the lever. If I load it into a Cessna, I could show you the lever, but I don't think that's what he wants. I think he wants to bind it to something. Well, you know, some people have those crazy sim columns, man. Some people have the real throttles, like with all the things, you know, and they wanna
United 522, hold position, caution,
use it.
other
That's
traffic.
what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm thinking the right thing, but that's what I'm thinking. Somebody wants to bind it to a
United
real lever.
522, continue taxi.
Which should be doable, but I don't know. Ah, nice one.
Roger, United 522.
I don't know, am I on point at all? Nice. Okay, there you go, Jags. I've perfected the storm. What do you think, bud? Sergeant Pepper, storm engineer. Is that doing it for you? So cool, though. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be of more help, Wheels. Love it. Horde nerd! Quick, take off, take off! Zombies just hanging off the friggin' landing gear. Oh my god. Yeah, right? I know. It's yeah. I'm sorry we couldn't help you out a little bit more. Woo. Okay, here. I'm gonna load in VFR flight in San Fran, guys. We're gonna do just a little landmark tour here, okay? And yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna post this Airbus tutorial video either tonight or tomorrow morning, okay? But I hope I helped at least just like one person with that. I know it's like kind of terrible flight, but at the same time, it's kind of like I said. I think it was good because it was a successful flight, and it kind of shows you just some of an example of a few of the things that could go wrong during your flight. I know, I still want to try one of those freaking bush flights, man. Cool. Yeah, you like that, Bosco? Good. Cheers. And yeah, if you guys have any more requests, if you ever see me... Oh my freaking god, how many planes are around here, man? If you guys ever see me do anything that you have any questions about, just, you know, let me know. Because yeah, that stuff's good, you know? This is like great content for me to make. People will dig this. Okay, guys, let's